All right, guys, welcome back to episode 7 of the Browns Place podcast. Appreciate you guys following and coming back each time. So, hopefully, you guys will enjoy and we get better each time, whether it be content or editing or whatever it is. So, continue to watch and continue to subscribe and hit that like and follow button too. So, um, got Ryan here
Yep,
back
back home.
back home again. So, we were gonna try the remote thing, but since he was gonna be here this weekend, so we just might as well do it while we're both here. So, but we'll figure it out at some point. So let's get right into it. We got end of the NFL season coming up.
Yep,
So you got
season finale
yeah.
tomorrow.
So you got some good games, and then you got some not so good games.
Yeah, some stinker games.
So you still got some people, that got to win, and then you got some people that are resting pretty much their whole team.
Yeah,
So, and we kind of talked about this. I mean, if you got nothing to play for, I don't think you even chance.
yeah, it's
You
better
know,
safe than sorry.
I mean, if they go out there and they play you know, 2 quarters or something, and something happens, I mean, then you're screwed for the playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
better safe than sorry.
yeah,
Some big games out there though.
yeah. I mean,
Dolphins, Bills.
we just watched a
Yeah,
must-win game with the Texans
Texans,
and
Colts.
Colts, and that was a great game. So, yeah, no, I mean, the must-win games are, definitely more entertaining for sure. I think just
Definitely.
because everyone's laying it out.
I think the
So,
Bills Dolphins will be a good game. That'll be
yeah,
a fun game.
Bills, Dolphins.
It's a massive game.
I think Eagles need to win.
Yeah, Cowboys also.
Cowboys need to win. I mean, Eagles need to win just for their psyche. Um,
I think
but
both are in the playoffs, regardless.
yeah, I think they're both
But
in.
they're definitely both in the playoffs.
But
But
you just don't want to be
difference between a
going in backwards
yeah,
instead of going forward on it. And
there's a
then
big difference between a 2 seed possibly or a 5 seed
yeah,
also. So
any surprises in the playoffs for you?
I mean Texans.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
surprise.
yeah,
They just clinched playoff berth.
yeah,
That's a surprise after the horrible how horrible they've been for the last
yeah,
2, 3 years,
yeah.
3, 4 years almost, I guess. So that's a surprise to go out,
So does
finish
does
9.
Stroud get Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I think it's
4,100 yards, not
yeah,
bad.
easily. I think
Yeah.
that's done. Yeah, he
Um,
deserves it. Offensive rookie. Yeah,
I mean, he only had what, two other people in front of him. Who, uh, Herbert was the one, and then who was the number one rookie? God, I just saw it too. But yeah, he had two people in front of him, so obviously he had a pretty, good year. Bears, we could be spoilers tomorrow
yeah,
for
to
the
the Packers.
Packers.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, last 9
Yeah,
games,
they
Packers.
beat you. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully, uh, Fields is talking some trash, so hopefully that's good, and that'll get us back on the winning
Is it in
winning side.
Chicago? No, it's
No, it's
in
in
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
Oh
So yeah,
God. Yeah.
but I mean, we got nothing to play for. So I mean, other
No.
than you know bragging rights and to get over that Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
hump.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, I'd like to finish the season with a win though too. So, but
Yeah.
definitely would like to knock the Packers out of the playoffs too. So,
Obviously,
um,
yeah.
what do you think about Russ in Denver? What about
It's
does
just weird that he's getting cut out.
does
It was a horrible
he?
last year. It was a horrible start to this year, but he ended up pulling together, and then they're competing for playoffs, or they were at least.
And then
So
what happens after this year? I mean, is
so
he?
now, or what are they gonna do with him? Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of money still on the table for
yeah.
him,
I don't understand what happened with the
and that
situation.
can't just be all on him either, right? I
No,
mean,
I mean his defense. He wasn't the one that gave up 70 points against the Dolphins. It
yeah.
wasn't like he caused all the problems. But the
So,
defense came together too. So I don't understand
so
what
does
the
Peyton own any of this, or does?
I don't know. But they just hired him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know,
And I mean, like I said, they're gonna finish. They're 8-8 right now.
but
Chance to finish 9-8.
that's a lot of money to just be sitting on the sidelines and
Yeah,
charting and
or cutting.
or cutting for next
They're
year,
gonna
and
cut
then
him. Yeah.
you
Well, I
know
think there's like, I
where's
guess if they benched him, right, they save money when they
yeah,
cut him.
yeah,
So they're gonna cut him. But why?
where's he go, and what do
Where is he
they
gonna go?
do? for a quarterback.
Yeah, who's going to be your quarterback? But it's not like they're getting a draft pick. Trade for the Bears.
So they can get Caleb Williams, and so that's going to be better than Russ.
I don't know. Maybe just younger, I guess. But then where
Okay.
does Russ go? Patriots?
Oh, there's probably 10 teams that could use
Yeah, I'm sure.
Russ right now.
Steelers? Maybe he goes to the Steelers.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely. I think he's got
Could
some
be
places
needed.
to go.
Yeah, he could
Yeah.
definitely be
So
needed.
I don't think he'll be out of a job too long.
Commanders?
But yeah,
Well, Sam Howell's not. He's not the worst. He's not very good, but he's not the worst either.
yeah. But which
Just a
would you
bad
rather
team.
have? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a bad team.
Any other surprise for NFL?
No, not
I mean,
really.
you got Niners. I mean, they're just resting everyone.
Yeah,
Chiefs are resting everyone.
yeah.
I mean, it's
Ravens
smart.
rested everyone.
Yeah, Ravens. I mean,
Yeah.
started Lamar
And
on
they
the
still almost
sideline.
won. They still almost won that
um,
game, but yeah. No, no real surprises. See how
yeah,
the finale goes. Now
I-
it's just this
just
next week is there's pretty much one couple games maybe that are interesting, but it's pretty much just get to playoffs.
yeah,
Let's
just
see.
get through this week and then just prepare for the playoffs.
Yeah,
So,
see how the playoffs go.
yeah. So okay.
Pretty straightforward.
CFL, college football. You
Yeah,
got one and two, or one and
couple big games. One
one,
versus two.
one
Yeah,
versus
Michigan
two.
versus
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Washington.
So that's the way it should
Is
be,
it
right? One versus two.
right? Yep.
But both of those games,
I was surprised, honestly. I
I
thought
mean,
Alabama was gonna pull through.
that's what I thought. I mean,
Yeah.
was that the right play call? I don't know.
It didn't look like it. It
No.
looked pretty
Yeah, I
horrible. It
mean, it
didn't
didn't
look
look
like the
like he
right
had a
play call.
chance at all.
No, I don't know what that
So,
was. That looked pretty gross. But Michigan deserved it. They balled out.
I mean,
They've been balling out all
is
year.
that on Saban, or I mean,
It's on somebody.
I don't know, but
on-
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, Michigan, they did their thing, and then
They're off to the championship. to the final.
Washington versus who was it, Texas?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, both of those games were
pretty good.
good games. So
Washington almost blew it.
yeah,
Almost blew that game bad, which
so
is concerning for this Michigan game.
yeah, you got one versus two. I think
But,
Michigan's got to be favored right now.
oh yeah, I think by quite a lot.
So
Kind of
yeah,
pulling for Washington though. I like Michigan.
Yeah.
Nothing against Michigan. Nothing
Yeah.
against Harbaugh.
I can see either one of those teams winning. I wouldn't be upset with.
But think about
Yeah.
Washington, a Pac-12 team, in this is their last year of Pac-12 too.
Yeah, I think they're moving out.
Yeah,
And
so
I think
they go out and win.
when's the last time they've been in? I think the last time was it 30 years or something like that, or something
I
like
don't know.
that.
It has to have been a long
It's
time.
been a
though.
while, so
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, no, good
That'd be pretty cool.
good for both of those teams.
Cool to not see Alabama in it, and not
Alabama
see Clemson or
and
Ohio
LSU
State,
and
Georgia.
yeah.
Other
Yeah.
other teams. It's pretty cool. They're both first timers, I think. So cool.
So no, it's good. It's I think it's good
Should
for
be a good
college
game.
football, and when is that, Monday night? I think it is. So
Monday.
Baseball. We kind of talked about baseball.
Pretty dry right now.
Dry.
Yeah, it's pretty dry. I
Don't
mean,
tell me about dry.
Yeah, well, the Giants are doing something, but
at least some teams are doing
yeah.
something.
If
I mean,
you're not the Dodgers, your off season is.
I don't know what we're
boring.
doing. If Craig Counsell was going to be our biggest acquisition for the off season and go from there next year, I guess. I don't know, but I think the more we sit around, the more you're going to lose out on Belly or
Chapman or
the Japanese pitcher
Imanaga.
Imanaga or whatever.
Snelly.
There's Snell out there, but I don't think they want to pay that money for Snell.
I saw a stat a couple days ago. He had a 180 average against. Guys hit 180 against him, and he never gave up more than 3 earned runs in all of his starts. So I don't understand. I get the walk rate's a problem.
Yeah.
But if nobody can hit you, then what does it matter that much? If you go to a right ball, and also it's not, I mean, Petco is probably more pitcher friendly than anything.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's still hitters can still hit off of that in that field. It's a short left field and a short right field.
And he had a good defense.
He did have a great defense with him. Yeah, but like the Cubs have a great defense too.
I mean, we got a good defense.
So
I mean,
why wasn't he going there? Why aren't people jumping on him quicker? Is a question I have. I don't know why people aren't jumping on guys quicker.
yeah, I mean, we kind of talked about this before with Shohei. We thought once Shohei opened the door and signed, that the floodgates would open and everyone else would,
Yeah.
sign. But it just hasn't been the case. I mean, just a couple little trades here and there, a couple, minor signings here and there, but no big names. I mean, you still got, we kind of talked about, you got Belly, you got Snell,
Yeah.
you got, you know, you got like Justin Turner and JD Martinez and Reese
Soler.
Hoskins, Jorge Soler, um, Jock Peterson. I mean, there's still a lot of players out there that need a
Montgomery.
home.
Yeah. Chapman. Yeah.
So yeah, Montgomery. So Chapman. Yeah, there's some big names still out on
It's
the
been a
board.
bore, and
So
it's what pitchers and catchers report in a month.
yeah, in the next month. So
So
like,
what do we?
uh,
I don't know what the wait is. Hopefully, it's happening this next week. What do you
I
think?
would hope. I
We've been
mean,
talking about that for the
yeah,
last 2
we
months or
keep
a month.
saying, hey, after Thanksgiving, or
Well, it was after winter
after the
meetings, and
winter
winter after
meetings, and
this.
then after Christmas, after New Year's. So yeah, I mean,
I still don't know why people aren't jumping on people quicker.
well, and we kind of talk. I mean,
Unless you're a higher payroll team, I can understand.
is everything being held hostage from Scott Boras? Is he pricing these guys too high, and no one really wants to pay that amount of money?
Maybe, but the market's going. It keeps going up anyway. Look what Shohei got. Look what Yamamoto got. Those guys have never. Yamamoto's never even played professional Major League Baseball.
No, speaking of that, you see Trevor Bauer wants
No.
wants a second shot.
Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Said he's working on himself, and
Yeah.
he really wants a second shot in
I
the
take it.
MLB. I, as much as
It's a
what
headache.
happened, um,
It's a headache, but
I trust me, I wouldn't shut the door on it.
he wasn't arrested.
You
He didn't
know,
get suspended from the MLB. So,
well, he did get suspended,
well, he
but
got
then
put
it
on.
got cut
He got
down.
put
Yeah,
on.
administrative,
Yeah, leave while
whatever.
they did their
Yeah.
investigation, and then the Dodgers cut him loose.
Yeah.
But he wasn't officially suspended by the league, anything like that.
And the charges were dropped, and then they settled, and all this other stuff. So
Like a whole thing or
I
whatever. Yeah.
mean, yeah, PR nightmare, but I mean, it wasn't like he. I don't want to say that.
Yeah, maybe we just don't go into it
Yeah, I would say that I think everyone deserves a second chance, right?
to an extent.
For the most
We'll
part,
see.
I mean, unless if you're killing someone, obviously, but you know, make your mistakes, learn from it. Hopefully, you're a better person. I
But
mean,
also, I mean,
you give Draymond how many lives?
okay, Draymond didn't get accused of what
Yeah,
Trevor
but
Bauer got accused
still,
for,
he's
though.
punching his own players, punching other players,
It's still not in the.
choking other
It's
players,
not in the same ballpark,
kicking other
though.
players.
One is a
I
criminal
mean,
offense.
it's supposed to be like a fraternity, right? You're in this fraternity,
Yeah,
and then you're stomping on people
but
and
one is a
swinging at people and
criminal
choking
offense.
someone.
One is a federal criminal offense that he got accused of, and one is a guy who's slapping people, pretty
He
much.
could probably get hit with a battery charge or something like that 10 times at least.
Okay, I
So,
guess.
I
And
mean,
so did everyone else in the '90s
Jordan
too,
Poole, I
though.
mean, he could probably, you
Probably.
know, but
I don't know.
no, I mean, yeah, I mean,
People need to sign though.
is as bad as the PR was for Trevor Bauer and might still be, I still think he's probably one of the better pitchers out there. You
I don't
know?
know now. I mean, it's been what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, but I
Two.
mean, I still see video of
No,
him
it's been longer,
throwing.
right?
He's
It's been
throwing,
longer. It's been 3, 4 years
still
now.
throwing 90s plus in the video.
Yeah. So is
So
everyone else though, and he's getting old, and he's older now too. Maybe 32,
I
33.
think he's 31, 32. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
older, but I mean, look at Joe Flacco, what he's doing for Cleveland.
but throwing a football, throwing a baseball are different
He's
though.
38 years old, and he's taking them to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's different though.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be tough for a team to do it just because of the PR part. But I bet you deep down, there's probably a lot of teams that would do it.
There's a lot of teams that need him,
Yeah.
probably.
So Cy Young winner, who wouldn't?
But regardless of him, we're still just not getting.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
how about
still.
we get the guys who are actually playing
Yeah,
baseball to sign?
yeah.
And it's
But
still not
again,
happening.
I think that it's just the price is too high. You know.
Yeah, but holding out isn't gonna keep teams from
No, but
paying.
if you drop that price,
That's not gonna drop the price either, I don't think. I think the longer this goes on, probably the better for Scott. Teams are gonna start getting desperate. Fan bases are gonna start getting angry,
yeah, yeah,
and he's just gonna use that against everyone all the time. And he's
true.
gonna use what the Dodgers have already done and how they are sticking out above everyone else against all of these teams that are reluctant to spend just because of price being too high.
Yeah,
And also, all of these teams make so much money.
yeah. No, I mean,
So the price being too high is just
there's definitely money out there.
like the longer you hold out, the worse it is for the team than it is for the player.
Well, I mean, we were tied to Belly for like 8 years, 200 or 8 years, 210 or something like that, which was going to work out to like
Yeah,
27.5,
it's not.
which
That's a lot of money,
probably
but it's not that bad.
in the large 200 million, obviously that's a lot of money, but 27 and a half, that's probably not
Yeah,
that much.
AAV in today,
Yeah,
that's not that
yeah,
bad.
that's probably not that bad. It's just that he had one good year off of two bad years. Is he going to have 8 good years of that? And then there was supposed to be, I guess, um, opt out clause after 2 years.
The other thing
So
is that like I get the Belly thing because it was a bad 2 years, but before that he was an MVP and a Rookie of the Year, and in those bad 2 years, he had hurt his shoulder before those bad 2 years and didn't go get anything to take care of it. Just kind of powered through it.
yeah, but what if he comes back and then kind of goes back again?
Well, that's what sucks.
And then now you're stuck with him for.
Well, that's the
And
fear.
then if he does bad, you're stuck with him for the 8 years
That's the fear.
because he's not going to opt out.
No, that's the fear.
So yeah, that's the you know
But
if
you
it
pay for it.
if it was a couple years that he's kind of proven himself and yeah everything looks good, then I think you'd be chips
But
all in.
this goes into
But
that same. This is what bothers me about Farhan though, because it's the same mentality, and it's already backfired multiple times because he did that with Kevin Gosman, guy who had Tommy John, had injury history, and he didn't want to pay him, and now he just finished second in Cy Young voting, and was a bargain for 5 years.
yeah,
So it's just you got to pay the money for the guys that you want and the guys that are worth the money. You pay for what they've done.
but I don't like your Robbie Ray trade. I just for someone who hasn't pitched and then who's not going to pitch until July.
But we traded away two players that haven't played either.
Mm,
So it did nothing. It's like the most mediocre trade really in the world, with a chance of
a
getting
chance.
a great
Yeah,
Robbie Ray maybe.
yeah,
But it's not like Disco was never on Robbie Ray's level. Mitch
yeah,
Haniger was never on Robbie Ray's level. The hitter obviously different, but
yeah, yeah,
I mean he had one good year, but it's it's just trading two injured players away for another injured player
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
So it didn't really bother me. It just didn't. I don't think he should be our number two. I think that's crazy.
Yeah. So hopefully, I mean, because I mean, you also have team conventions coming up. Because I think ours is like in 2 weeks, where they
Yeah,
have their Cubs convention,
I
and
think
I
ours is
know
soon too.
like everyone does. Each team has their own
Yeah,
little convention that they do, and
there's like beginning
that's
of February maybe, or maybe
I
end
think
of
ours
February.
is like either the next weekend or the weekend after that.
Yeah, it's
It's because
soon.
it's always in January. And then that's usually when, you have your new players and they come and the fans are all
Yep,
excited and,
do interviews and
everything.
stuff
And
like
yeah,
that.
you
Yeah.
do the interviews and you got past players and all this. I mean, right now,
Again, that's why this is worse for the teams.
yeah, I mean, you, you got nothing to show
Yeah, be
for.
stubborn all you want, but you got to spend money.
So I don't know what Jed's doing. I don't particularly like it, especially if you're going to do it anyway in the long run. Well, might as well just do it now and be done with
Especially
it.
because he got so aggressive and
So
went out and got Craig Counsell
and paid
as
him.
a shock and paid him the most ever
Yeah.
for a manager.
So I mean, if you weren't gonna do anything this off season, you might as well just stuck with Rossi.
Yeah, well,
So
maybe I don't know.
all right. So hopefully we get some movement, but that's it for MLB. NBA Anything big going on with NBA?
No, we're starting to get. Well, actually, trade deadline's coming up. A lot of trade rumors
Yeah,
are flying
yeah,
around.
yeah.
Both of our teams
Everyone on the
suck,
Bulls.
though. Yeah, both of our teams suck right now. The
Yeah, but at
Lakers
least
suck.
we've sucked from the beginning.
Yeah, we suck since we decided to raise a
Well, maybe
participation
again,
banner.
yeah, that banner
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that bothers me.
Just I don't know. It just
Yeah, I've been stewing about that ever since
I just
we've
it's
been on
just
this
we talked about
absolute
that
stinker.
last time, but
Well, 3 and 10 since you raised that stupid
yeah,
banner.
take
So
that fucking banner down.
yeah, it bothers me. It really
Put it
bothers
in
me.
a glass trophy case or something
I
somewhere,
agree. I
but
agree.
or
It
in the
bothers me.
locker room or something or the coach's
I'm
office.
cool
But
with the little
don't
trophy
put it with
because
your
they make the
world
trophy for
championship.
yeah they make the trophy for everyone. But we
Yeah.
decided to do the banner. I don't like that. It bothers me.
Oh, that was the Lakers that decided.
The Lakers did the banner. And the NBA doesn't do the banner. The Lakers do the banner. The NBA did the actual trophy.
Oh,
They do that.
jeez.
So
Yeah.
we have no control over the trophy, but we chose to do the banner.
I'm surprised you guys didn't do a parade too.
I know, apparently, because that's what we fight for. That's apparently all we cared about. It's
So
bothering me. It's really bothering me.
yeah, so we'll see what the trade deadline comes about.
Yeah, it should be explosive.
See, Draymond is reactivated
And he's
and
back 12
he's supposed to
games.
be back in the facility and all that. So see how long that goes until he
Yeah, see, until he gets
punches someone
suspended
else.
again.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Once he
so
gets suspended again, I think that's done for the year.
you think so?
Yeah.
You think he gets one more this year? One
Yeah,
more
I think
incident?
I think one more in his career, really.
You think one more in his career and he's done?
Yeah, the track record's so bad right now. I think if he gets suspended again, if he
Because
does
this was
something
only
bad,
12 games.
yeah,
Jaw got 25 for
yeah,
waving a gun
twice, yeah,
twice.
yeah.
Okay, Draymond 20 times punching people,
Yeah,
but
but again, hitting people and waving a gun around are two different things.
yeah, but
Not that I agree
you're
with
actually
what Draymond did.
physically
Yeah, I
doing
don't
something
agree
to
with
someone
that
versus
either.
just showing something
But you
in a
can't go
picture.
waving a gun in a strip club either. So, two different things. But I know I do think if Draymond does another thing, that's probably a whenever it happens, it'll be a suspended for the year, I think.
For the year.
Yeah, whenever it happens. I think it's
So
such
if
a
it doesn't happen
short
this
leash.
year, next year, come November,
If he does it first game, I could see him getting suspended for
he
the
gets
whole year.
pissy with
Yeah.
whoever, Rudy.
Yeah, I could see it being a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if it'll actually happen, but I could definitely see it. I wouldn't be shocked if it happened too.
I think it probably needs to be at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I can
I
imagine that leash is so thin right now.
I think the
Short,
message
I
from the
guess.
league and Joe Dumars and them has to be, you got to cut this shit out. It's not what we want for the league. It's not what we want. I mean, the
Yeah.
Warriors probably got to be saying the same thing too. It's like, hey, you're hurting the team.
Warriors gotta be doing better anyway.
You're hurting the brand. You're hurting everything.
Yeah.
Steph's getting older. Clay's getting older. I
He's
mean,
getting older.
you guys gotta, this is your final run. So if you aren't out there, then what good are you to us? So yeah, I think there's gotta. Hopefully, there was some.
He also got more leeway with the Warriors because they were winning a lot.
Yeah.
Now they're not winning, so the leeway is not really there. So now it turns into distraction more than it turned into fuel. You could probably argue that it was.
So should they have let Jordan Poole go?
Yeah, but not for Chris Paul because now he's out.
No, he's out. But
Which was I could have told you, which I'm sure I told you that. Told anybody
but
that.
did you like them getting rid of Jordan Poole for the whole chemistry thing and the whole
Yeah, because he
Draymond
proved that.
thing?
Because it wasn't even. Because the difference is, Draymond was still out there playing for the team when he was on the court. You could tell Jordan Poole was not out there playing for the team. Like it was clear as day after the incident happened how poorly he was playing. He's still not playing good now.
No.
But I think at the time you could have got a whole lot more for him than just Chris Paul, in my opinion. But
I mean,
I think you needed to break one of them up.
Yeah, there's no way
And
that
you're not going to break up the guy who's won you 4
Yeah,
NBA
there's no
titles.
way that you're gonna stick those two
No.
together, and they're not gonna, sing "Kumbaya" and do that. I mean,
Yeah.
they did it for 1 year and
Yeah, you're gonna hang one of those guys'
yeah,
jerseys. You're not gonna probably hang the other, so you
yeah.
got to get rid of the other one.
But when Clay's not scoring and you're benching Kuminga, and I mean, did you need Poole as a
Well, now there's internal,
scorer? Or,
yeah, now there's internal warfare,
yeah,
and
it's just
yeah,
it doesn't
it's a
look
whole
good right
mess.
now for Warrior Country. So,
No, it's pretty messy.
but again, is some of that tied to Draymond because he's not there? He's not the leader. He's not the vocal guy. He's not,
Maybe. I think
the
on the court,
model.
yeah,
You know,
because even though he doesn't score, he's never been a scorer or anything
no,
like that, but he still gets so many easy shots for those other guys with just the way that he plays and taking the ball up himself rather than
yeah.
having Steph have to take it up or whatever. And then the way he sets screens and all that stuff and how they run the offense kind of through him essentially in a way, but emphasizing the other players.
Well, because
It's
otherwise
such a
it's Steph trying to create shots for him
exactly.
himself.
Or it's Chris Paul having to create,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it's just
Yeah,
they need that
exactly.
facilitator.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind
So
of
yeah,
so on the court for sure, but off the court, that's where you should be relying on your Hall of Fame coach, but now there's questions about that too because he's benching two guys who are playing well or
yeah.
should be playing well or should be playing more at least.
I think he's got to do something to light a fire or mix it up or something, and I think that's what he's
Yeah.
trying to do. I don't think he's going to bench Steph. He's not,
No, obviously
he's going
not.
to
I mean,
bench
he's not the
Clay,
problem
but I
either. It's
mean,
not like Steph is
you
really the
know,
problem. But
but
Kaminga's playing hard.
yeah,
He plays hard every night. Moses Moody's playing okay sometimes.
Gary
I mean,
Payton
he'll
got
probably
hurt, so I
yeah.
mean,
So there's guys who are hurt or out and you're not playing these other guys.
yeah,
It does raise some concerns. It's like two opposites right now.
we're just not used to it with this team. So,
No.
and then I think with the distraction with Draymond, even makes it
Just
worse.
glares out
Yeah.
more.
So last time we talked about we were going to do our top 10 NBA players of all time because we kind of had you had one person then in there that I did not have in my top 10. He was in my
Yeah.
top 20, but not my top 10.
Yeah. I
So
was going back and forth with putting him in this time too, actually.
you want to go over who you got?
Yeah, why don't you go first?
All right. So we'll go by ranking.
Yeah.
So number 1, I've got Magic Johnson. I'm kidding.
I know.
Okay. Number 1, MJ. 2, LeBron. 3, Wilt.
Wow. Okay.
4, Kareem. 5, Kobe. 6, Magic. 7, Larry. 8, Timmy. 9, Hakeem.
Okay.
And 10, Shaq Daddy.
Wow. Okay, yeah, we have very actually they're not different.
They're just different
There's two
rankings?
spots that are different, yeah.
Okay. So that's my top 10 of all time. I mean, if I were to do top 20, Steph is probably in the 15 to 18 range somewhere. Same
Okay.
thing with like maybe KD too. You know,
Yeah.
but that's my. I had to stop it at 10, and I had to take a couple off. I took like Bill Russell off. I took Oscar Robertson off.
That's what's shocking is no Bill Russell.
I had him on there, and I was like, oh shit, I got to get to 10.
And no Hakeem also?
No, I had Hakeem. Hakeem was 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hakeem
yeah.
was 9. Oh,
Hakeem was
okay.
9. So Oscar Robertson and Bill Russell, I had to take off.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see. Okay.
I don't know who I would have taken off to put those two on. I don't know, but that was my top 10. I mean, if you guys
It's a
have a different,
fine top 10, but Will as third is the most shocking part.
I
That's what shocks me more than everything, I think.
you
Will
think he
over
should have
Kareem?
been lower or higher?
Well, I'll tell you when I tell you my list.
Okay, so you guys, viewers out there, if you guys have a top 10 of NBA all time, shoot us put it on the message board and send us who you got. It'd be fun to see what everyone else thinks of, and who's see how many homers are out there that put all their, you know, Karl Malones and John, Stocktons and all that out there, But no, I mean, there's a lot of great players out there, so it was tough to do a top
It's a
10.
tough list. Yeah.
So what do you got?
All right. Number 1, MJ.
Okay.
2, LeBron.
Okay.
3, Kobe.
3, Kobe.
4, Kareem.
Okay.
5, Magic.
Oh.
Yeah. 6, Bird.
Oh.
7 is Tim.
Whoa. So where's okay?
We're getting there. 8 is. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. 5 is Magic. 6 is Shaq. 7 is Bird. 8 is Tim. 9 is Russell, and 10 is Steph.
So no Wilt?
No, I don't have Will in top 10.
No Wilt Chamberlain.
I don't have Will in top 10. I know. No Will in the top 10 though.
So what's more surprising? What's more shocking?
No
No
Will in the
Wilt
top 10.
or no Bill Russell on mine? So viewers, start hating on us.
No Will in
send
the
us
top
some
10.
hate mail right now.
Will was obviously dominant in his time, but it was a much different time. Much different time. I just saw like a footage that they were doing. Like they turned how it was like black and white back in the day. They colorized it, I guess, or whatever. And I was watching that basketball. It was horrible. Horrible. So, nothing against Will, obviously. He was great.
Like the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals.
No, it was like a Harlem Globetrotter against like high school kids. It was horrible.
You still got Wilt though. I mean,
well, he's actually 12. Keem, I have above him, to be honest.
And you had Shaq a lot higher too.
I have Shaq right behind Kareem.
Wow.
Or right behind Magic. But in terms of centers, yeah, right behind Kareem.
So we pretty much had the same people.
Yeah, it's just 2 different people.
Because you're Wilt and
And Bill.
And Bill.
And then you had Hakeem and I had Steph.
Oh, you did have Steph?
He's 10.
Steph over Wilt.
Yeah, I do think Steph's better than Wilt.
Over Bill Russell.
No, Bill Russell's
Bill Russell was in there.
Steph.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steph is a great shooter. I don't know about NBA of all time. Top 10.
Yeah, but he's greater than Wilt, though.
Doesn't get a ton of assists. Doesn't get a triple doubles. Doesn't get a lot of double doubles.
But he's greater than Wilt, though. Because he changed the game. Wilt didn't change the game. He was just taller and bigger than everyone else. Everyone else was like 5'7". They weren't 5'7", but they were like 6 feet, 6'1".
But I mean,
you got 7.
You got a KD who's a 7-footer, shoot inside, outside, can play defense.
But if we're talking about that, then Dirk was probably bigger.
Well, there's
KD.
Dirk in there too, right? Yeah, because Dirk was in my top 15.
Yeah,
Dirk is
definitely, yeah.
So I mean, there's some.
But I give Timmy ahead of Dirk.
I do put Tim in.
So
yeah.
And I do put Tim in the top 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not hating on Steph, but me personally, I don't think he's a top 10. But it's
as I was going through it, if it was hard to squeeze Steph in there, but
because when we talked about it before, you said, "Oh yeah, he's top 10."
Yeah, and I do think he is. After thinking about it more,
you barely got him in the top.
When 10. I was going through the list, I was like, "Ugh, that's tight."
Wow.
Also, Steph above Kareem was tough.
Wow.
Or Hakeem was tough. Because I think Hakeem was better than Wilt.
Oh.
And it was tough not to get Hakeem in there. But Steph's 4, Hakeem's 2.
Wow.
Steph 2 MVPs, Hakeem 2 MVPs. Yeah, so it had to go in. I also think Steph played against the best. Hakeem didn't play against the best. Because what would happen if the Rockets faced the Bulls?
Yeah, but I mean, do you penalize them for that? I mean, is that their fault?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm doing with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain.
Was Babe Ruth, at fault for?
Don't put him as the best either.
those guys weren't throwing 100 miles an hour and
Exactly.
whatever. But does that mean that they weren't the greatest?
Different time.
Exactly, it's a different time. So I don't. I mean, you get in there with the Dirk and the KDs and the Stephs and a couple of those other guys.
But you gotta think about like how the guys changed the game though too. All of those 10 guys changed the game in some way, in some aspect, or moved the game in some way.
Well, what about like Joker right now?
Well, he's not in top
I
10
mean,
right now.
obviously he's not top 10, but I
God, he's
mean,
gonna be tough though.
he's going to be
If he
up there
doesn't
at some
stop doing,
point.
yeah,
I
if
mean,
he keeps doing what he's doing, if he doesn't stop, yeah.
throwing up buzzer beaters at
Well, like,
half court and
I
just
mean, he's one of the best.
winning MVPs and
Probably one of the best big men I've ever seen, to be honest.
winning a world championships. I mean,
Yeah, he's crazy.
I mean, he's building a pretty good resume. So
is Giannis, yeah.
yeah. My only thing with Giannis is that he just can't shoot.
Yeah, but why does he need to? He still drops 30. It's like Wilt couldn't shoot either. Kareem couldn't shoot. Shaq couldn't shoot.
Kareem had the sky hook though. I mean, he wasn't just sitting there
Shaq,
dunking.
Okay, but Shaq couldn't shoot.
Yeah, but I just those one-dimensional guys that
Yeah, but he's not one-dimensional though.
I just don't like.
He scores in different ways, and then he's also a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, NBA champion, MVPs. It's tough. I don't think he's better than Joker, but.
Well, and then where do you put like Joel? Is he in that group?
Joel's got to win though.
It's true. So
Joel's got to win. That's the other thing too.
Or
that's
Kawhi. Where's Kawhi?
And the best right now? I don't
or
think he's
is he
up
in
there.
that top
No,
25?
Oh yeah. He's probably in the best in the league right now. He's probably in the top 10, 15, probably. Yeah.
So,
but of all time, I mean, you also got to put winning up there too. I think about winning. Wilt only won what, 1, 2? He won 2, 1 or 2, 1. I think he won 1 with the Warriors. Only won 1. Everyone else won multiple on the list.
Yeah, oh man. All right, guys, there you have it. Send us your hate messages.
It had to be done.
pile it on. We'll take it. So there's our top 10. Maybe next time we do top MLB.
Yeah, that list is so hard though.
Maybe we do
top
pitchers. Maybe we try to define it somehow.
That list is tough too. I don't know how we do that. That list is tough too. Because statistically is much different than who actually pitched. Because like Cy Young has like 500 wins, but he was pitching in the 1800s.
Yeah, I don't know how we do that. Okay.
But we could do like top players in the MLB today.
Yeah. I guarantee our list will be different.
Maybe a little, yeah. I mean, I think we probably both have number 1 the same, but.
Okay. All right. So next time we'll do current top 10 MLB players.
Or we could do best we've ever seen. Relatively the same. You have more experience. It'll probably be different.
Do we go by position?
No, just all around overall. Best players that we've ever seen. It'll probably be different, but probably pretty similar too.
Okay.
Probably won't be that different.
All right. Let's do that.
So we'll figure it out.
All right. So that's MLB or that's NBA, but MLB, hockey. We don't really get into hockey until
we don't follow too much hockey until the playoff time.
Yeah.
Until
college football,
April, May.
College basketball's going.
College basketball's going again. Another one that we don't follow
until March Madness.
Until March Madness, yeah.
So we got another 2 months or a month and a half.
Women's college basketball though.
Caitlin Clark
still talking. What about Cameron Brink? Nobody talks about her that much, but she's averaging like 20 and 12 or something like that. She's pretty incredible.
Yeah, I mean, she is. I think she's ranked number third or fourth to get picked on
Is she
the.
Cameron Brink?
Yeah, she's
But
up
nobody
there.
talks about her nearly as much as we talk about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and
Well, Caitlin Clark is
uh.
just a monster
No,
right
I
now.
know.
I
No,
mean,
like I'm not taking anything
dude, I
away from.
mean,
I know I'm not taking anything away from it, but
triple double, scoring
yeah,
40
she's a
points,
monster. She won
throwing
that
up a buzzer
buzzer beater. Yeah,
beater.
she's a
It's
stud.
just,
She's
she's
a
just,
stud. She's different.
yeah, she's just crazy right now. Good for
But
her. I
again,
mean,
what she's doing, Steph Curry did that.
yeah, but she's also playing defense. She swatted a
That's what I'm
girl
saying
at the
though.
rim and then posed
But she's
and,
big.
and peacocked a
But
little.
she's bigger though for the girls. She's a big girl. Big guard girl.
I think she's 6 foot.
That's a big guard though
Yeah,
for
but
the ladies, for the women.
I bet you she plays better defense than Steph does, though.
Dude, if well, we won't get into that because we're gonna start a war. We won't get into that.
Yeah,
But yeah, women's college basketball. I just want to shout out Cameron Brink.
no,
Has been a
yeah,
stud,
she's. I mean,
and I never hear her get talked about really.
and I think she's actually rated get picked higher than Angel Reese. Angel Reese has fallen like to 8 or 9, I think it was. But I think they had who was it? I think L.A. Sparks projected to
Favor to get
pick
Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink because it was one Caitlin Clark, two Paige Beckers
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Phoenix.
Paige is another big one. 3 is it
And
Van Lith?
then no, Van Lith wasn't on
She's
there.
got to be low. She doesn't get talked about a whole lot
No,
either
but I
though.
mean, like I looked at her box score the other day, and she had like 29
She's a
minutes, but
stud.
only like 7 points.
Isn't she a stud though? I
Yeah,
thought she was a
she's a
stud.
big scorer, but I mean, they got Floji Johnson and they got Angel Reese, and I mean, I don't think she was, but she didn't have a ton of assists either, so it's not like she's.
It's a
I know
crowded
she
team
was.
though, isn't
I
it?
know she was dealing with some plantar fasciitis and all that kind of stuff,
Uh,
but yeah, I mean, her numbers, at least on that one game that I saw, and it wasn't a close game, so it was kind of a blowout. But I thought she would have had more points and more stats, but she had hardly any stats. So,
maybe you need to watch the game.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but no, I'm all on team for the Brinkster. So, you know,
She's a stud. Yeah.
you
Don't think
know,
about that.
where's Stanford ranked though? Are they?
I don't
I
know.
think they're still in top 10.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're in.
yeah.
It's like eighth maybe.
So, yeah. So I mean, college basketball. I don't know. Women, they're doing it because I look at their stuff more than I do the men's college
I
basketball.
couldn't tell you who's projected to go first this
So,
year in men's college
yeah,
basketball.
who
I
knows?
couldn't tell you.
So, good for them.
Not until March time at least.
you know. And then they're packing out those stadiums too, because like I look at the attendance and it's just 100%, 100%,
Well,
100%.
they get the benefit of
You know,
college students
yeah.
attending. So
But I mean,
that's a bigger help than the WNBA gets.
yeah, that's true.
So they get that benefit.
So
Luckily for them.
because they're not going
Good
to
for
get
them.
that, they're not going to get that attendance at the WNBA,
No,
unfortunately.
definitely not.
I wish they would, but
Definitely not.
okay. All right, that's about it for sports. You want to hit entertainment? What do you got for entertainment?
Um,
The Golden Globe or
Golden Globes are um
Joe Coy?
just about a month.
Is it
Yeah,
Joe Coy?
yeah. He just got nominated for, or he got like honorary or something like that. Didn't he?
Isn't he? He's not.
Or is he hosting it?
I thought he was
Oh, maybe
hosting
he's
it.
hosting it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
saw
thought it was
something
Joe
about it.
Coy was hosting it.
And the
So
Golden Globes are what? Are they this weekend? I think they're this weekend.
yeah, I
They're
thought
this
I
Sunday.
thought it
I
was
think.
coming up.
I think they're
So
this Sunday.
yeah,
So yeah, Golden Globes this Sunday. Should be good. Good awards, good films, good TV, all nominated. It'll be good. I like the Golden Globes. I like the Golden Globes probably more than the Oscars, to be honest, because it covers both TV and film.
mm.
So
Shows are coming back. I know like Chicago MD and them are coming back
yeah,
this month. NCIS I saw was coming back next month. So
yeah.
that's season 21, I think it was for them. Jeez,
Insane. Good for them.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's without Gibbs. And I mean, look how many people have gone on the show and then off the show.
Yeah, that's what's weird.
And it's still
It's still
running.
21 years. Yeah.
And
Just
then
like SUV or SVU.
I didn't realize that Ducky
SUV.
died.
Yeah, he died in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like September during
Yeah.
the fall.
Yeah.
So
But he was already off the show, wasn't he?
no, they were still kind of tying him in once in a while.
Oh, really?
But I mean, they didn't have him on there, every episode. But he'd still
I thought it was just the
show up.
younger doctor that took over pretty much.
No, they still, Ducky would pop up, but
Oh yeah.
so now I guess they're gonna do a tribute, but yeah, I didn't realize. I
Yeah.
think David McCollum, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he had passed. So I just saw that when I saw the news about NCIS when they were coming back out, and
I'm sure there will be a big like death tribute.
yeah, yeah,
They
and
always do
then
one at the award show, but I'm sure it'll probably be a big one this year just because Matthew Perry and
oh, that's the
him and
one thing I didn't see that I usually, and it's kind of odd, but usually like um New Year's or at the end of the year, you always watch the who had passed, throughout the year. I didn't see that this year. Just
when do they show it during what?
it's
During like the
usually
New
like
Year's
a
Eve
New Year's
thing?
Eve or shows or or like the talk shows or whatever
Oh,
stuff
maybe.
like that. But yeah, I didn't see like all the famous people that had passed this year.
Mm.
Um,
Well, they'll definitely do it at the
but
award
yeah,
shows.
yeah,
They always do it at
because
the
yeah,
award
you're
shows.
right. You had the Matthew Perrys and
Yeah.
obviously like Ducky, and I'm sure there's a
There's other big
a
ones that
ton of
pass this year
others
that
that.
we're missing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing because I always, obviously it's sad, but I like seeing those at the end of the year and like, holy crap, I didn't realize, she died, or I didn't realize that he had died, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's like, oh man.
Yeah.
So, um, anything else you want to dig into our
No,
top 10
that's it.
movies?
Yeah. Knock out the top tens real
So
quick.
we
Yeah.
did our top 10 movies that we talked about last year or last
This is
time.
less controversial than the NBA's.
It is, but this was so tough to do a top
Yeah.
10. I wanted to do a top 1A, 1B,
We
top
just
2A, 2B.
Yeah, it's just we just
I
have very
mean,
different top 10 lists, I think.
and then even like my 1 versus 2, those could, I mean, if you were asking me 2 minutes later, I could have
You won
swapped
versus
them.
9, you probably
So
could have
yeah,
swapped, yeah.
so there's my ranking. Number 1, Top Gun. 2, Karate Kid. 3 was Maid of Honor. Yeah, I know. Um, 4 was Twister. 5, Major League. 6, Armageddon. 7, G.I. Jane. 8, Shooter. 9, Negotiator. And 10, Serendipity.
Yep, that's how
Yes, I like my rom-coms.
we have very
But
we have
I also
very
like
different
my
lists.
my action movies, and I like my Karate Kid, my hero movies. I'm a well-rounded person. Come on.
You like your
Um,
80s and 90s films.
I do. There was definitely some other movies that could have been there. Remember the Titans, Die Hard, Along Came Polly. There's probably 10 other shows that I probably could have, made another top 10 of. So, but yeah,
TV shows? Oh yeah, you could definitely make a list, yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely. So, I know some of you guys are gonna call me names or whatever, but hey, that's fine. I'll own it.
That's the list.
Maid of Honor. That's one of my favorite all-time movies. It's just, I mean,
Cracks the top 3.
I can just watch
Yeah.
that thing over and over. The Grinch. What about the Grinch? The Grinch is up there too. It's just,
Family classic,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you just watch that thing and just repeat, and it goes by so quick that
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, I just watched that thing 6 times.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
Jesus. So, all right, what do you got for top 10?
My top 10 wildly different. Much more modern.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. Much more modern.
Generational.
Generational. Even though it doesn't start modern, it is much more modern. Number 1, Breakfast Club.
Oh,
Yep, number
oldie.
1.
Okay.
Guaranteed number 1. Number 2, Inception.
Okay.
Number 3, Interstellar. Number 4, Dark Knight. Number 5, Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
Yeah. Number 6, Bad Boys.
okay.
Number 7, Sicario.
Never seen that one.
Yeah, I know. Number 8, La La Land.
I never
Never
saw it.
seen
Heard
it.
about it. I
Great
heard it was
film.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Number 9 is Arrival. I don't know if you've ever
I
even
have
heard of
never
that.
even heard of that.
Yeah. And then number 10, Die Hard.
Wow.
So there's some, you know,
There's some that I've
cover some
never heard
ground.
of,
There's some that you've never heard of, yeah.
and then there's some that I'm kind of
Bad Boys,
surprised.
Die Hard, Breakfast Club.
Definitely surprised with The Breakfast Club.
That's number one, yeah.
That is a great one. That
Yeah.
you know,
But Die Hard, I thought we were gonna have that in common
but
too.
like, well, that was one of my alternates.
Yeah.
Breakfast Club. Does that go with like Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I don't think I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't love it as much as The Breakfast Club.
Really?
No, but a lot of people love Ferris Bueller's Day Off more than
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, for sure. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is probably more societal, I guess, and bigger amongst everyone. Everyone knows. Everyone's seen it at least. I've never met someone who hasn't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I've met
Yeah.
I've met
Right.
I've met a few people who haven't seen Breakfast Club.
Really?
Yeah, people probably will watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off before they'll watch The Breakfast Club.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
They're very different
Very
lists.
different.
They're
Very
they're very
different
different
list.
lists.
So
But
I
like I've
mean,
seen every one of those movies. You've seen maybe 3, 4 of the movies on my
maybe
list.
3 or 4. Like
Well, definitely 3.
I've
You've
never,
seen
I haven't seen Wolf, or I haven't seen all of Wolf of Wall Street. I've
no,
only seen bits and pieces.
but you've definitely
I
seen
haven't seen
3. So
Dark Knight.
Breakfast Club, no, Breakfast Club, Bad Boys, and Die Hard you've seen for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then I don't think you've seen
I haven't seen
Interstellar,
Interstellar. I haven't seen
Inception,
Inception.
no
I've
Dark
wanted to
Knight,
watch Inception, but I haven't seen it.
no Dark Knight,
Um,
no Sicario. You never even heard of Sicario,
I've never
probably.
even heard of. I thought she was
Dude,
a singer.
that's I don't know who you're referring to. Shakira, maybe?
Yeah, maybe that's what
No,
that
they're
is.
very different. Very different. You would actually probably like Sicario.
Or isn't that a drink or like a whiskey or a
No. It's about a
Japanese
no. No, no.
sake bomb?
Saki, yeah. No.
um, no, yeah, that's wow. So there you have it. Two different generations, two different lists.
Yeah. But
So
I cover some older.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, number one's Breakfast Club. That's an 85
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
So I don't know if I have.
You have Maid of Honors. That's a 2000s movie.
Yeah.
That's a fairly newer movie. I mean, it was 17 years ago, I think. Or
Well,
like 15 years ago.
Shooter's got to be
The Shooter,
2000, right?
I think that was like 2007. So that's
Yeah.
16 years ago, too. But there's
So
nothing 2010s on.
nothing fairly recent.
No.
It's just I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's probably some more recent movies, but I don't know if I would put them up against my top 10.
No, I think probably what closest may be like Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah, I mean, like
Probably be your
Olympus
closest. But
Fallen.
even that, I think that was like 2011
Yeah, jeez.
or maybe like 2013 or something like that. So it's still like 10 years.
So I'd have to look and see like a 2015 and now
Yeah.
and see what list that
Well,
is out there.
2015 and now, I think I only have 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I think only Arrival, I think, is 2015, and then I think Sicario.
So maybe go to 2010 versus now.
Yeah. I think I only have those 2. Wolf of Wall Street, I think, was 2013 or 2014.
So yeah, I'll
Because
have
we're
to look
creeping
at
up
that.
on 10 years for that, or already had 10 years on that. So yeah.
So maybe even 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like I have a ton of super modern films. I mean, not a whole lot within the last 10 years.
Well, what about like is Fast and the Furious the first one not in there somewhere?
In yours? It's probably in yours.
In yours?
It's not in mine,
No.
no. I love those. I do love that franchise, but it's not in mine.
I mean, the first one is always the. I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
You
I
know.
don't know if the first one's my
You don't
favorite.
think your first one's your favorite?
It's probably I don't know if it's the best even. I love Fast Five. I was big on Fast Five with The Rock.
No,
When he
I
came
do.
in,
I mean,
like that
obviously, you
one.
know me. I love the
Yeah, you do
ones
love
with
The
The
Rock.
Rock, and I love, you know, his movies too. But I just think the first Fast and Furious.
First one's classic.
Yeah, that was just. I could
Well,
watch
even
that.
that was
over
what,
and over.
98? So what about Gone in 60? You didn't have that on your list?
No,
Either?
because I thought about it. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way that's going to be in the top 10. I mean, I
Couldn't
was
fit it
already
in?
struggling.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Another classic.
But then that's another older one too. So, yeah, I'd have to look at that. I'll look at that next time to see if there's, say, from 2000 to now.
I'm
If
sure
there's
there's quite a
anything.
few because, like, like I
Yeah,
said,
but there
there's
might
Maid
be
of
quite a
Honor, there's
few,
Along
but
Came
I don't know
Polly.
if there's quite a few that I would put in a top 10. where I could just watch that
You think you
over
could?
and
I think you
over.
could probably make a top 10 of 2000s
Really?
until now movies. Yeah,
Hmm.
the
Okay.
21st
So
century
I'll
movies.
bring that list next time to you guys. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. So,
Yeah,
all right. So there you have it. You got our NBA top 10 that we were a little different on, and you got our entertainment movie top 10 list that we're
very
way
different on.
different on.
Very different
So,
on.
you know, if you guys have a good list, shoot us your list of what you have, or if you want to hate on us for our list and our choices, shoot that us to us too.
Yeah.
We'll take it. So, all right. We got anything else you want to hit
No,
and holler
I
about?
think that's it. Next time, what we're doing, top 10 MLB,
Top 10 in
something.
MLB,
Yeah.
and then we'll do or I'll do top 10 movies from 2000 on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
We can do that.
okay.
Some
Maybe,
homework. More homework.
maybe we do some music one next time or something too.
Oh, that's too hard. I couldn't do that. There's too much music out there.
You can't do a top 10?
No, I genuinely don't think I have a favorite song ever.
Or what about, well, you can't do singer.
You could probably.
Could you do top 10 singer?
Oh no.
Performer, I guess?
Well, performer though, it's like you got to actually see the performance. I've
Well,
only
an
been to.
artist or whatever, then.
I don't know if I could do that. I can't put together.
Like an Eminem or a
I can think of like
Taylor
there's
or,
probably like Drake or
you
something like that.
know.
Yeah, but Taylor's not in my top 10.
Oh, dude.
So I'm probably
Dude, you're gonna
thinking
get a
like
ton of hate
I know
now.
I'm
Now,
getting nothing against Taylor.
yeah,
I'm cool with Swift, but
you better clean that up
no, I'm
real
cool with
quick.
Swift. She's just not my top 10 favorite. But
Well, it's like Michael Jackson's not in my top 10.
yeah, no. He's
You know,
I don't know if he's in well, he
is
probably is in
Prince
mine.
in your top 10? I mean,
Maybe, but this is like we're getting along flirting with lines of like who do I think are the best versus who are my favorites. But like I don't listen to a whole lot of Michael Jackson and Prince,
no.
even though how great I think they are or whatever. Or like Whitney Houston, I think she's great. I don't listen to a whole lot of her
Yeah,
music.
that's
Or
true.
Adele, I love her too. She's great, but
Hmm.
so we're I don't know. I don't know if we can do a music
Yeah,
one.
that one
We'll
might be
figure out an
tough.
entertainment one. We
We'll
could do like a
figure.
TV show one though.
Yeah, we could do TV show for next time.
We
So,
watch enough TV.
so
We could do a TV show.
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging in with us. And like I said, we appreciate everything. And we'll keep coming back with some good content, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. Oh, PGA started back up this week too.
Oh yeah, Hawaii.
Century Open. So
Yep,
they got that, and
going to
then
Hawaii.
I think the
Was it in Maui? Was it in Maui?
yeah, and then Kauai, I think next week or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're there for 2 weeks
Yeah,
or
they're in
whatever.
Hawaii. Yep.
So that's good. The PGA Live thing got extended. That's the
Yeah.
one thing I wanted to talk about. Did you see real quick about Rory's stance on
Yeah. Now
the
it's
whole
shifting.
Live
Now it's
thing
shifting.
and
I don't
everyone?
blame him though.
Is that because of Rom?
No, I think it's because PGA screwed him, screwed the players, and I think Pete Rory is kind of like, no, I don't blame you for leaving.
And you think he's like, shit, I should have taken that money.
I don't think he's totally against it. I don't think I still think he's cool with where he is, but
But if they were to offer him 400,
oh, I bet you they offer him more.
I'm just saying,
Rory?
like right now, they say, Rory, we'll give you
I still don't know if he does it just because Greg Norman.
we'll give you $500 million right now. You can have your own team. You can build your team, whoever you want.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
Does he
blame him
jump?
I wouldn't blame him if he took it, but I don't know if he would do
But
it
then
now.
is he hypocritical for jumping?
I don't think he would do it now. One, I think Greg's there, Phil's still there, and there's beef with that. And then also because now, how does that make his image look? I don't know if he does it.
Okay, so what if that's one of his things? Says, hey, I'll sign with you guys, but you guys got to get rid of Greg.
Oh, I bet you they'd boot Greg.
I guarantee.
Yeah,
And I guarantee he would sign.
yeah. But they've always said Greg's got to go. So yeah, I bet you if they boot Greg, then yeah, he'll
But it's
probably
just it
go.
was funny that I still have those on on my YouTube channel, and I did a video of him hating Live. I hate Live. I absolutely hate Live. And now all of a sudden
Well, I mean, if you
I
think
was
about
wrong for hating Liv.
it, totally stuck his neck out for them, for PGA. Bashed Liv more than anyone
Oh,
else,
yeah,
1000%,
yeah.
and supported the PGA, and then the PGA went and screwed him and didn't do a whole lot for him. So I'm not surprised at all to see the backpedal.
And there's a couple other ones that, I mean, Cantley and Shoffley, and I mean, there's probably some other ones that are probably.
Well, Cantley's hardcore against it, right?
Yeah, but I don't think he's.
Because he's like part of the board
I
now
don't
or
think he's
whatever.
loving the PGA thing either, though. Right now.
No, but I think he's still like hardcore against it.
No, but so is Rory.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Cantley strikes me as someone who's more stubborn though too.
But no, I was just surprised that he came out and said that.
I saw that.
Good for him. I mean, he admitted that he was.
He was too harsh. Yeah,
he was too harsh and he was wrong about it. And hey, I mean, it was his choice. I mean,
he didn't even entertain the offer.
Yeah.
Did you see that on that their show?
But
Gary Neville and stuff.
But do you believe that he didn't get an offer? Like,
no. I think it's more like he refused any.
Because Tiger said he never got an offer.
I think it was more so like a refusal to even hear an offer.
But there was those rumors of $800 million thrown out there.
Yeah, there's also like $1 billion for Tiger. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you really think that they never got an offer?
I don't know. I don't know about Tiger. I do think Rory was definitely like, don't even contact me. I could believe that. Because that's what he said. It was like, I wouldn't even entertain it when he was talking on that show. So, I don't know.
We'll see.
But now if they go after him and they give him $1 billion, does he jump ship?
We'll see. So.
I know I'd be gone. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I think Rom had to, as soon as Rom did that, I think that kind of, opened the eyes for Rory and was like, hey.
Well, because Rom was hardcore PGA too.
Yeah. But he was always hardcore PGA, but he understood why those guys were doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he had a lot of friends who went over there too. Yeah.
And so, but yeah, we'll have to see what happens. And I'm glad that we had talked about it because I had forgot about that. I wanted to mention that. So.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Again, thank you for everything, and
see you next
peace out.